Welcome to the show, the Bay Area Black Community Reloaded. I'm your host, West Coast Wolf, coming to you another episode tonight. But before we get started, I want to see how everybody's doing. How was you guys' week? So I'm going to open the lines up. If anybody want to discuss anything they went through to this week and they want to give a shout out, any events happening in the area they want to discuss, any jewels they want to drop before I get into the subject. So let's just see who's on the line here. Let's see here. Press 1 if you want to join the queue and just say whatever's on your mind before we get started. Press 1, and I'll open the line for you if you want to discuss anything pertaining to the issue. All right, got somebody here. Let's see. Last 4 digits is 6458. I'm going to open you up. 6458, welcome to the show.
Hey, how you doing, Sean?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm okay. It was a pleasure meeting you and being able to help you get some things in your personal life.
Is this Walt?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, my brother?
Not much. I'm good.
What's on your mind today?
Nothing. In talking with you and riding with you and being able to see you personally, I understand this is not a joke. It's not a gimmick. It's not a game that you're just trying to get some attention, and which a lot of people do. They use the topic as a reason to be able to get their voice and their name and their face out there for publicity purposes.
Right.
And it amazes me how even still on the issue, people still try to capitalize on an issue that is really devastating. The events and things that are happening or are going to happen. And people continue to try to exploit and capitalize on just that. And
right.
It's funny that, and it's funny that people have to, it comes to a point to where we got to stop the passive aggressive. We got to necessarily be over assertive, not necessarily aggressive, but we don't want to make it seem like we're a threat. We want to make it seem like this is an important issue to us and we should be taken seriously.
Right.
Unfortunately, is to some people a game. It's a gimmick. It's a ploy just to get attention, publicity, notoriety, and it's going to continue even after any. Like remember we were talking about how if any natural disaster occurs, if anything drastic happens, like what's going on in Louisiana and Baton Rouge. If you look, they're showing all of these people. They're only showing people who are of Caucasian descent that are being. I haven't seen, and I know a lot of people that live in Louisiana, Baton Rouge, that are after, right. But they want you to show aid and show concern and care. But it's going to be like that again soon. It's going to be like that again soon here in California and all throughout the nation, just in little tidbits. But those natural disasters, I believe, is where they're going to use that as a reason to say, hey, we don't have enough resources to help.
Man, we were just talking about that. I'm glad you brought that up. I totally forgot about that. But I was telling somebody about that some time ago about Hurricane Katrina. I was telling them that, listen, this was a plot that they used on the spot. See, what black folks don't understand is any natural disaster that happened in this country, anything, we do for the earthquake 6 to 7 years overdue for the earthquake. Anything that happens in this country, they're going to use that plot employed to get rid of some black folks at the same time. People think it's a game. And I remember I watched the Hurricane Katrina documentary. The lady was saying, poor black lady was saying, sister was probably about maybe 60s, early 60s, saying that they always talked about how this could happen, but we just never thought it would. And when that happened, what happened? They just used that ploy to get rid of our people, and they want to kill each other. And that's kind of what lots of like that was happening at that time.
Do you remember after events how the city was in like an uproar? It was almost like they had to call in martial law, man, to get that thing back.
Yeah, for sure.
There was so many different crimes and people were killing one another. They still got a whole bunch of cold case files that they're trying to figure out who killed who died, how did they die, and there's still a whole bunch of unanswered questions, and it's forgotten about, right? But the people and the families who were affected, it ain't forgotten about to them.
Yeah, we ain't forgot. Yeah,
and that's just
folks ain't forgot.
And that's a small portion. That's just New Orleans. That's just one little city in United States. One. Mm-hmm. Just imagine when it's like a national issue, when it becomes a bigger issue.
That's right.
And eventually, how it happens, they tell us to forget about slavery. Well, forget about Katrina. Forget about what happened, right? Just get over it. All right. Yeah, okay.
You know what? On YouTube, on YouTube right now, you can probably find the mayor of New Orleans talking about, please send help. We're about to lose New Orleans to the gang members and whatnot. They have blocked off certain streets. Said you can't get to the street right here. We can't help you. New Orleans almost got taken over by the gangs. And they were saying, you know what? What people don't talk about is they went in there, took everybody's arms first, took all your weapons first, and then they left it to the people in the street. They gonna keep their weapons. So you got people. The policeman. Matter of fact, the policeman lady was talking about she got raped by people who had New Orleans PD on with masks on. 26 people raped this woman sitting on the curb, just sitting there, just shaking. Yeah, it get ugly.
This is one thing. This is one thing I got on the just the defense of African Americans here, and I'm gonna say African American for the simple fact that in our culture, in Africa, from where we stem from, tribal instincts are in our DNA. Even the wearing of gold and having jewelry and showing wealth, that's just part of the different cultures, the different tribal, from Zulu to Wolof to Hausa to Yoruba, Ghana, the people in Ghana. All of these tribes show wealth by showing jewelry, and we've always had that tribal instinct to click up, and now they call them gangs over here. That's in our DNA, embedded. That is a natural tendency, a natural instinct. Right. And that's what we do. So those gangs, only thing they were able to do was just to go back to their natural instinct and just say, hey, we about to click up and protect our own and do what we need to do for us. Now, how they do it, I don't agree. How they do it, I may not agree with what they do, but on the defense of them, that's in our DNA. We've been doing that since the beginning of time.
Matter of fact, I heard that. Here's one part I heard that the people didn't talk about, that in the dome there, when it was locked in the dome there, that people actually were clicking up because some people were, some nefarious characters had took this 8-year-old girl and they was going to do some things to her. And what I heard, that the gang members went over there, people clicked up and went over there and got that little girl back. And they was also protecting the older people, make sure they got enough water and food. It was real things going on in the dome. But what you expect? People ain't ate in 5 days and don't drink water in 5 days. Things gonna get ugly. But they knew it was gonna be like that. George Bush knew that. So I'm saying that what's the next disaster on the horizon we don't know about and black folks not preparing for? You see me, you met me this weekend. Well, I seen you before, but you met me officially this weekend. Past, you see how I'm rolling. I'm not playing. I'm not playing around here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if it's gonna happen, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Say I'll play square and all that stuff and be cool, and I'll do my thing. But man, the things go down. They coming for us, and you better have answers to some very hard questions. And I'm gonna have a few answers. No commas, no period, exclamation points only. You understand what I'm saying? So, I mean, we gotta do what we gotta do, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
But let me see. I got another call here. You got something you want to say before I let you go? I'm gonna go.
No, that's about it, man. I'm just really looking forward to working with you and being able to get some things out there, some things to where people will really get their eyes will be open, hopefully, and they'll be able to notice more so, and they're that day-to-day mundane, just routine that we do, going to work, trying to support our families and everything. Yeah, continue to do that, but at the same time, prepare for what's getting ready to happen.
That's right. All right, my brother, I appreciate you. Let me get. I got another caller here. Let's see. Last one, this is 6647. 6647. Welcome to the call.
Hey, what's up, Brother Wolf?
How you doing, my brother? Leon, what's
I'm
up,
doing
man?
all right.
What's on your mind? How you doing? What's on your mind?
I'm doing pretty good. Hope you are too.
I am.
But
doing what I can
do. But I actually kind of got a piggyback off of your conversation. The other guy, I like what he said.
Walter,
he sounds like a intelligent guy. Yeah. But one thing I would say is that I posted about it in the in the group. It is about the white supremacists at the NAACP.
Yeah,
and I remember a few months ago. Yeah, and I remember a few months ago they had it. The white supremacists, they tried to intimidate the people at the Nation of Islam too. I think it was in Texas. Luckily, then they had the Huey P. Newton Gun Club, so they kind of had a little standoff. But
yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Definitely do. I'm saying, Leon, if they wouldn't have showed up, I don't know what would have happened, man. They had their mask on and whatnot, all the AR-15s and AK-47s. They might have done some dirt to the mosque in the black community.
Hey, man, like it's like for what I've talked to other people, man, like there's older people, like there's OGs, whatever, they say like it's not that much different. I mean, than the '60s. Like the tactics are a little bit different because like the time that we live in. You know what I mean? But it's not that much different. I mean, how does what's going on in Ferguson? Hell, what's going on with? I mean, like what went on with Ferguson with Iraq military equipment looks worse than what happened to King. I mean, it sucks being attacked by like a big dog on you wrong. Like, don't get me wrong, that sucks. Yeah, like don't get me wrong, that sucks. But having your whole city occupied, I mean, like it's not to say one's worse than the other, but it's just a different way. In fact, I think probably getting your whole city taken over like that is probably worse. You know what I mean? So. Oh yeah.
So if you look at some of the Hidden Colors videos, they talk about how they placed the black community strategically close to the freeway so they could block off access to the black community if they need to. It's a whole plan. Even where they let us reside, there's a whole plan. Whole plan set up.
Totally. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like I'll say to anybody else, like this, I'm a man of peace. Like I don't want to start nothing with nobody, but like stack up on your food. Like start exercising. Like go to the range, load up on your equipment because even
or go to the
like I know
people out.
Oh yeah, I mean, because the thing is too, like I know like a lot of people, like especially like white dudes, and like they're getting prepared. I'll be like this, and like these are like people that are like cool with me, like at least in my face, whatever. And yeah, but they like looking at it as like, hey, like there's something bad is about to go down, and you see how emboldened these white supremacist groups are getting, and like like it's definitely like this. Regardless, I mean, like if Trump happens, like I think it'll happen quicker. If Hillary gets it, like I think, they probably still gonna be doing some of the stuff they, doing whatever. Like I don't think she's gonna go after him too much. She might pin on a little band-aid, but I mean, hell, I mean, like look at all the white terrorism that's happened under Obama. You know what I mean? Like so, just having this, Democrat, it makes it maybe a little bit better that like unlike Trump, who would probably egg it on or something, you know what I mean? Like you get, like at least, like Obama, like won't do that. But I mean, like I hate to say it, like I think that is, is really going down. You know what I mean? So just you need to click up with people that are like-minded, man. I mean, hiding in church, hiding in the mosque.
Yeah, man. People, you know what? Speaking of that, they actually, people don't realize it because they didn't publicize it. But after that racist race soldier, young 18-year-old down there roof killed those 9 black church members, they burned down 10 other churches, man. This is what kills me about our people. They burned down 10 more churches, man. White supremacists burned down 10 more churches. And the killing part is, didn't nobody retaliate against this animal, this hyena, to go and kill those innocent nine black church members? They killed some people, somebody's big mama in there, somebody's auntie, somebody's brother, sister, cousin, and didn't nobody retaliate. They took this food to Burger King, gave him a burger. They took him to the downtown. Man, look here, man. In the right frame of mind, he would never made it to the station. I'm just gonna tell you right now, but I can't really go into it. But you know what? It's like then they still burn out 10 churches. That goes to show you what kind of evil we dealing with. Which is let me get started with what I'm talking about, Leon. Let me get into my set because that's just a good segue into what I'm talking about tonight. The tactics of these people, man. So hang on, Leon. Let me get back into my set because this is killing me. I want my people to really think about this for me. This is some of us, if we can get it like that. Some of us requires a little bit more meditation to understand the magnitude of who we dealing with here. I mean, this fool killed 9 of our people in church, after a 1 hour session of Bible study. And we're talking about a little round table discussion. And people begging for their lives. He's still reloading his clips, talking whatever he's talking. You guys raping our women. Ain't nobody raping their women and all those whatever. So it's like, you got to understand what kind of evil we dealing with. So if my brothers and sisters who go to church, I respect it. I believe in God. I'm a spiritual person myself. But if you think you're going to be able to go into a church and be safe, you've got another thing coming. They burned down 10 more churches after this animal killed 9 of our people. And didn't nobody retaliate against this whole situation. So I'm going to tell you, to my segue, to my event, to my discussion tonight, are we going to the stall game? The stall game, debating random white people about black issues. We need to stop it. And then here's why. Let me tell you why. Because in this day and age, family, I had a lot of time to meditate and watch the post on Facebook and other social media sites. And I'm gonna tell you something. People might not believe it. This is my gut feeling. And I'm gonna tell you something. I grew up around racist white folks from the South, so I've seen people my whole entire life. I'm not new to this. I grew to this. So what I'm telling you right now is, family, those who don't have the balls to lash out against our people, they're still part of the white supremacist society. Let me tell you why. If you look at any post on Facebook, people hide behind fake avatars. People hide behind fake images. You go to their page, they don't have no real picture content on them. Race soldiers hiding out behind Facebook. I call them texting tough guys. And let me tell you what they're doing. They're getting in arguments with you online. Me and my buddy Ed was talking about this earlier, in the week. They will get you so hyped up on some foolishness, right? And they don't give a damn. So in our mind, there's two things going on. We are really aggressive about issues that deep-seated, that hurt us in our community, because we've been dealing with a lot. Most of us, if not all of us, are some kind of have post-traumatic stress of some type, dealing with these white folks, these racists. So what I'm telling you is this: you can't let yourself get so caught up, because let's see, I got friends right now, and I know they're angry with me. I know this. I ain't gonna never bring it to them, but I know they're angry with me. And here's why: they got white people in their family, okay, and they get offended when people talk about white folks. So and they're good people. Don't get me wrong, they're good people. My friends, they're good people. But they have white people in their family. Could be their mama's white, could be their daddy's white, could be their cousin's white, whatever. The point is, you let your emotions control your better judgment. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Though I've worked with them in corporate America, the white folks who don't have the balls, because there's always some little snide comment they make in the office. They got the little jokes they come with, the little play games they do, the racial jokes, and the little snide remarks, and the little cackling and giggling like little girls in the corner. They won't step outside with you because they get that ass handed to them. They don't want to deal with you on that level. They try to nitpick and poke at you and try to do insidious backstabbing situations with you and the boss man. They try to do things like to antagonize you. This is their tactics. White folks in this country are some of the most manipulating, sadistic son of bitches that you ever see in the world. And I'm going to tell you this. I'm not saying all white folks. You always got to make the disclaimer, because people are soft-hearted and they soft in the head. But the point is, we get in an argument with these people about stuff they'll never change. And somebody made a good point. Listen to the radio. Somebody made a good point. They said, one lady said, we got to have a whole sit-down discussion with white people, and we got to have a discussion, and we got to kill the racists, and we got to stop the violence and against white and black and against the police and black people and all that stuff. And the sister said, she said respectfully, that's not our job. That's not our problem. And it's right. That is not our problem, family. Because the truth be told, we never started racism. We didn't start this shit. They started this. So why do we got to fix it? We don't. We got to survive it. We got to combat it. But it's not our job to fix it, see? This race, the whole thing of racism is a social conditioning. It's a construct. We all the human race. But they create this racism BS to separate white from black and brown from brown from black and Hispanic or whatever else. 80% of Hispanic is black people too. You can't tell them that though. They found another way to get into the system because they didn't want to identify with us. But yet I digress. So the point I'm making you guys is this. We got to stop fighting with them. Let's spend more of our time building and focusing on our issues and how we can deal with these things ourselves. Because we fight getting into it online with random white folks. I'm not saying you can't say something to a person that maybe said something or whatever. I'm just saying don't get into no long debate with these people. You know why? They have this is the killing part. Understand this, family. They have no real intention of changing. Their whole job in the racist society that they live in, where they get the white privileges, is to keep you off balance, keep you emotionally distraught, keep tensions high between you, and instigate arguments and talk smack behind the computer because you can't get at them. I see 90% of people who say this kind of stuff online and whatnot in the passing by or at your job, when it hit the fan, they would not talk to you like this. If they knew the police wouldn't back them up, if they knew you wouldn't lose your job, 95% of white folks talk that shit at your job, online, would not come to you with that. I guarantee it. Their whole job is to keep you off balance, keep you pissed off, making bad decisions, keep you emotionally distraught. This is their play. You see, there's different classes of white supremacists, different classes. The class with the guns and the militias and the white supremacists, the race soldiers that work for the police force, that's one class. Those are actionary. They'll get down. They'll kill you. They'll fight you. They'll hurt you physically. Then you got the mental white supremacists, those you see online, those you see at your job. They say your boss, or they might know the boss. They got manipulation because they know white privileges were strong in the corporate America that we live in. They know it's strong. So they can go in and manipulate some situation to where you lose your damn job, take care of your family. They go and talk that smack online because you can't get at them. See? That's also another type of race soldier. And I see this what pisses me off. We got black folks who running for the white people in Congress, in politics locally and federal, on the Hill. These folks supposed to be representing us, but they're not representing us. They play in their position to keep that money coming their way. And see, the killing, the white folks love to get a Negro in front of the audience to talk about how much they know about the black community representing us and ain't doing a damn thing for us. It's all a part of the game. I've been watching this in the family. I'm over 40-some years. I'm tell you something. A lot of our family, we just try to survive life. You see, there's different stages of this. They got brothers who are in the street, who are doing the game. They try to survive and try to have some while they're here. And they're going to do it to the fullest. That wasn't my set. I got family members who was like that. They're going to live for today because tomorrow might not come. I understand that mindset. I do. That's not my type. My mindset is this. Let me study these motherfuckers. Let me see how they work. Let me see if I can work around them, because if I let this thing go, it's a wrap. So let me just study them and see how I maneuver around them. I chose the ninja approach. You see, study them, try to stay 2 steps ahead of them. But I've been watching them online. I'm noticing all the talk online. Black Lives Matter. Listen, if Black Lives Matter can raise all the different chapters around the nation to protest police killing black people and whatever else injustice against black people, black men and women, if they got that kind of power, you have to ask yourself the question, why haven't they put that power to economic use so we can do something with that power? If you can raise up, 500,000 people around the nation, why can't you do something that's going to give us some structural footing, so infrastructure, so we can build and get ourselves out of the situation? So we ain't got to live around white folks like that. We can just buy our own land and build the way we want to build it, cultivate our own land, and have our own businesses and employ our own people. If you can raise that many people. But see, people don't know that George Soros, the billionaire gold investor, is funding the Black Lives Matter movement. And if you notice, a lot of the leadership in Black Lives Matter, a lot of them are real feminine. I don't know if feminine or they gay. I don't know what it is. Do what you're going to do. But you notice that a lot of people spokespersons for the black community are not really strong-minded men. I'm sorry. I'm watching this. So if somebody controls your power movement, they can calculate what steps ahead to beat you. If I put 2 rats in a race, okay, I'll give you an example. I put 2 rats in the same maze in a race to get the cheese at the end. I create 2 mazes parallel to each other. But in the left maze, I get a full through. No blocks, nothing to the cheese. Same rat, same color, same size, same weight, same hunger. I put another rat's maze. I put roadblocks ahead, you see, because I control the game. You follow me? So when you control the game, because I'm funding the game, like George Soros is funding the Black Lives Matter movement, there a lot of people are funding the politicians that we have in office, not us. They've been funded by white people money. When you fund the game, fam, you can decide and determine how that game ends up. Think about it. This is real. This is real heavy. This is real deep. Because for everybody watching, they might say, "Damn, look how this happened. Why they didn't do this? Why they didn't do that?" Because they are not control of the destiny of that organization. You follow me? Black folks right now are not control on the hill, politically speaking, of our destiny. But they've been put in place to make sure structures are in place to stall the game. You follow me? I've been watching this, and let me tell you, since I was young, and I asked myself, and I was gonna talk to you guys tonight about Donald Trump and who is Donald Trump, but I changed my mind because I went to his biography, I looked him up, researched on him, read on. It's too much stuff to talk about. But I will give you this. Donald Trump, he avoided the draft in Vietnam War. He avoided the draft. He got some kind of medical excuse or whatnot, stalled his enlistment in the draft. Till later on, his numbers were so high, he didn't get drafted. You see, that was all tactical moves to make sure he didn't go to the war. I got friends that went to the Vietnam War, and they had problems coming back because of what they saw and what they did over there. You see, when you control the game, family, you can determine the outcome. It's almost like playing bid whist. You know, in the black community, we play cards and whatnot. If you got somebody in the back looking at what your opponent has in their hand and signaling you on the other side what to play, what not to play, you can win and manipulate the game. You can win. You see? And that's what's going on for us right now. But yet we keep falling to this trap. We up here stalling. They're stalling us for years, family. Look at Martin Luther King and them. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X and them died around the same period. 50 years they fought for a civil rights movement, right? At the end of that fight, what do we have? We got civil rights, but we lost our culture because we don't have any leadership in the community to where we can get things done, going to the point we can have a power movement focused on one agenda to free black folks and give us power, not to just divert from LGBTQ and everybody else is moving around. We get behind every freaking body else on all the other issues. Ain't nobody getting behind our issues. The real ones, they get behind what they can stomach. But the real hardcore ingrained issues of America, white supremacy against black people in this country, ain't nobody in power getting behind that. All the money is white, family. I'm gonna give you one even better. The Oscar awards. I looked this up a while back. The Oscars, 94% white men, old ass white men. So what that means is when you have people go to get nominated for Oscars or whatever, movies and whatever, you are looking at a pool of 94% old triple OG ass white men deciding who's gonna get the Oscar. That's why NWA movie didn't get the Oscar. That should have been a damn Oscar. That beat out all the big movies they had for 2 or 3 weeks straight. No Oscar. See, we're playing to a system that is not even built for us to win. So my game is this, y'all. Why don't we just build our own system that we play? Because truth be told, they ain't going to put a Negro like me in power. They'll shoot me. Because first thing I do is, okay, here it is. Every black community around the nation, no more TV, that white folks on there. First thing we're going to do is get rid of all the white folks, and we're going to create our own TV network, own distribution centers. No black children will watch anybody white on TV, period. We're going to have positive role models on TV shows. Scandals got to go. That's got to go. Okay? All the movies that degrade black people and put our women on there like all we got better is to show our body and shake our ass. Black men, all we do is kill each other. We ain't going to have none of that on TV. That's done. We're going to have some guns and whatnot. We're going to have some training camps. Believe that. But ain't going to be no derogatory stuff. Let's put the white man on there and let him get beat up by the black man on TV. Put the black man superstar for a change. They would never endorse that show. They would never endorse that show. There's a movie out right now. Nate Parker put a movie together called The Birth of a Nation. The Birth of a Nation was created after the first original racist-ass movie showing black people in the worst ways. He renamed his movie about the Nat Turner Rebellion in Haiti, where they killed everything white on the island to restore the island to black power. You know who bought that? Fox and them bought that. They had a bidding for that movie. They put, I think, 17 billion, some huge number up, fighting against, I think, John Singleton, Spike Lee. Everybody's trying to get that movie. Fox News and them bought, Fox Network bought that movie. Why? They want to control the distribution, the narrative on what we have. And now they trying to get Nate Parker on some back end sexual rape was some kind of bullshit happened in college, but the charges got dropped. But basically trying to make him look in a negative light. They trying their best to keep us stalled, family. So my point is, more than 50 years ago, family, we actually had civil rights movement passed. 50 years later, we're back to square one. How? Ask yourself how. Because they are great at manipulating our leadership. They're great at stalling, family. What you see on a low level on Facebook, on social media with these white supremacists hide behind their little computer talking shit, what you seeing and what you are participating in is all part of the stalling game. At this rate, family, our children will be doing the same thing against their children. Because I'm going to tell you something. Believe it or not, if it's not a formal talk in every white household, it's an informal talk. It's an informal leadership teaching going on. You look at the lionesses on the Serengeti. The young lioness come around, they watch their mama hunt. See how she does it. She might not give them a whole talk about whatnot, but they watch her. See how she does, emulate her moves and her tactics. White folks doing the same thing. Black folks don't want to teaching their kids the history. We're teaching the kids how to deal with what happened in their past with the grandparents. We stopped telling that story. You see, our grandparents told a story, but we stopped telling that story. To those who have children, tell the story. Show them hidden codes 1, 2, 3, and 4. Give them some education outside of school because our school is going to brainwash them to death. And I'm telling you, family, watch it. You'll look up 20 years later. We older playing the same damn games. And my thing is this, family, we got to stop, y'all. We have to stop allowing ourselves to get caught up in this bullshit online and in person. My whole thing now is, me and my partner were talking about this. You know what? I'm not even going to discuss black issues with white folks like that. I'm not. I don't have, I got distant people in my family members married somebody white, whatever. Distant. I'm not going to discuss black issues with them. I would say I would discuss them. If they want some true to heart advice, sure. But we're talking about black people just complain about nothing. I'm not talking to nobody about negative stuff like that. Don't do it, family. You're gonna just get your blood pressure up, and when you walk away, they haven't changed one iota. It's gonna take this country to burn to the damn ground. It's gonna take this country to have a serious civil unrest situation for white folks to understand what black folks go through in this country. They're not going to get it no other way, family. I promise you. It's a waste of time. I spent time doing this with certain white folks in the past. All they did was, well, that's your opinion, and go on their way. Because they being brainwashed as much as our people being brainwashed. Because they watching the media highlights and, clips of negative stuff about black folks. So they're training the next white supremacists of tomorrow. So how you going to win? You can't beat Fox News. You can't beat CNN and NBC with the racist stuff they have. You can't beat Yahoo News and everything you see on Facebook showing black folks in a negative light. You can't beat that stuff. But you can choose if you're going to participate in that or not. You see? So if I could just get my people to, you know what? White folks want to be negative about you, disrespect you, that's one thing. Disrespect is going to be a problem. We have to deal with you for a minute. But we're not going to have no Obama-type debates with white folks no more. You got to get mad, but let me tell you something. They don't give a damn. Those who can be gained will talk to you respectfully. Those who can't be gained, who want to argue and fight, you can't gain them. I done tried. It don't work. It don't work. So this is a tactic, family. I'm telling you, this is a military-style tactic of mind games. Keep you busy. Because the more idle time we're doing fighting them, we're not fighting the true fight to get us out of the situation that we're in. I see stuff online. It kills me. If a white person's not your friend and that person's not in your family, you give a person a comment or two. They keep going, let it go. Because debating ain't going to change that person, family. It's not. So I'm open up to the lines now. I think I see somebody I want to talk. Let me see. 2697. I think that's it. Hey, what's up, man? Go ahead and speak your word, man.
Hey, what's going on, man? I just want
what's on your mind? I hope you heard what I had to say.
There's one big thing I want to say to you. Wolf for president. Wolf for president.
I'll be assassinated. Try to get me the first week, man. You give me 6 months, boy, this motherfuckers be running for the hills. I'm telling you.
Hey, you only last about a week though. Hey, but it's a couple. It's just I didn't have any comments tonight till you started talking. I started thinking about some of those things you were saying. And I mean, I just don't know. I just feel bad for my people because they just don't understand. They don't understand. Like you said, the magnitude of the people that we're dealing with. These people, these white people, they crazy. They're burning down churches. They are the police are shooting people in the back. And what are you thinking? Do you think, because believe me, don't get it confused. I believe in the Lord, but prayer with no action, it does nothing. It doesn't work. Right. God, it states in the Bible, it doesn't want. It does nothing. Prayer with no action, it does nothing. Okay, and I want to say, I was thinking about it. I was putting myself in the position of being a white child. And so be careful about how I have to be careful about how I state this, but I want to say this in the defense of white people.
You can say whatever you want to say on here.
Think about them. Think about this. They were raised. You were raised by your parents to hate black people. This is the monkey over there. You were raised to hate those people. And then it even states in the Bible, it says you're supposed to honor your parents, honor your father and your mother. This is what they have been raised. How can you be so mad at them? This is all they know. This is what they know. So we have to take hold of this thing as being a true fact, And it is what it is. And then and then in saying that, I feel kind of bad for people with what you were talking about, black families with white people in their family. And what can I say about that?
They're not strong. They're not strong to deal with the issue. They're not strong enough because they emotionally attached to that person. They can't think logically because they got people in their family. They can't think logically. It's sad. It's the truth.
Exactly. You letting that emotion, man. You gotta let go of that emotion, man. Quit kidding yourself and step up to the plate. I just got through while I'm listening to you. My phone is telling me about this thing about White Lives Matter. They're having a protest out in front of Houston NAACP. What are we doing about that?
Leon was talking about that earlier.
That's just blowing me away. Who are these people?
Listen, that's a tactic they're using. They know it. They know what it is. That's a tactic to divert from our issues. I'm telling you, man. This is military science, man. This is a mental tactic against our people, and we fall for it every time. It's killing me. We shouldn't even focus on that. You know what, CJ? One thing about it too is people don't know. Remember that guy the billionaire who was the owner of the team? Was it the Clippers? They got busted. What was that dude's name? Donald Sterling. Donald Sterling. People forget. Did you know this racist man? The stuff he said about black folks and Magic Johnson, all that stuff here. That's nothing. Guess what I thought? Guess what I saw? He actually donated, I think, $1 billion or some huge amount of money to the NAACP. Why would he do that? They control all of them. So you NAACP ain't getting nothing done. They've been bought out, man. We've been bought out a long time ago. When NAACP started out at the beginning, yes, it was good. It was great. We had white people in there. But guess what? It ain't like that no more, family. It's not.
Yeah. Deep down, this is why, without even hearing anything from anybody about it. But when I think about that, just the NAACP and a few other organizations like that, deep down on the inside, they're ran by white people. They are ran by white people. I don't care what you say.
Why would Donald Trump give some millions of dollars to the NAACP? Why would we do that? That's the opposition. Look how he felt about us talking to his little half-breed girlfriend. Think about that. Because they control all of that stuff. Listen to them, family. We cannot rely on any nationwide black organization at this point. I'm telling y'all, not one. If they get media attention, media coverage, media politics, we can't. The National Black Caucus, none of them fools. They all been bought the hell out. I'm telling you. Sorry. National Network, Al Sharpton, they do a few things here and there, blase. Man, listen, I ain't going to get on Al and them, but this is all a setup, man. If we ain't doing our own stuff with no media support, it ain't going to get done. It's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got somebody else want to talk. You got something else you want to say before I let you go and hit somebody else?
No, I'm good, man. I'm just with you on anything you want to do. I'm with you. I can't speak for anybody else, but I'm with you.
I appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you. All right, got another person want to talk, something they want to say. Hope they not asleep. Last footage is 1244. Calls is packed tonight, man. A lot of people on here. All right, 1244. You live with Welcome to West Coast World. Hello?
Hey, it's my name, Michael.
Michael, hello? How you doing, Michael? Where you calling from, Michael?
I'm from Mississippi. I'm from the South. I just moved here in California May the 5th.
Okay.
And
CJ, quick letter I. All right.
Yeah.
Welcome to the call.
CJ introduced me to your radio station, man.
Okay. How you doing, my brother? What's on your mind?
I was gonna speak up on, man, how Mississippi is so prejudiced down there, man. We got a lot of that bullshit down there. And that's one of the reasons I left. Minimum wage is it's $10 an hour. Most of the shit down there going up, and just ridiculous.
We run out of places to run.
Huh?
We run out of places to go.
Yeah, man. I was thinking, man, if you can't beat these white motherfuckers, let's join them. Let's put on the black man. Let's start burning down these damn churches.
Well, I can't tell you that online that I agree with you. I can't tell you that online. I can't really say. But I tell you what, wouldn't that be something?
I used to shit in a brown paper bag and set it on fire and ring the doorbell and watch them white motherfuckers go out and stumble out. And show them how bad shit do really stink.
Oh my God, brother, I like you already, bro. We gotta connect on in person, bro. You my kind of brother.
Yeah, but man, I'm with you 100%, man. Let's run these white folks out of our town, man, and let's win it back.
I tell you what, I got a better idea. Like I've been telling a few people that know my movement. What we're trying to do is we're trying to buy some land that we can cultivate and control ourselves. I don't have no kids yet, but I tell you what, I want to have kids at some point. I want my kids to be safe. I want my kids to be safe.
I don't have any evil.
See. And I ain't like the Trayvon Martins of them in the world. You touch my kid, you better know. Get his daddy first. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Get me first. Put your hands on my kids. Get me first. Because I ain't gonna sleep till I deal with it. You hear me? I'm not gonna sleep till I deal with it.
They pull you over, you better have your gun cocked and loaded, man, because you might get shot at.
That's a damn shame. That's a damn shame. It's like this whole Constitution thing. It's equal protection under the law don't work for black people. And I'm sorry. And I did a video on this lady, this black sister who got out of her car. She was getting ready to get a ticket or something. She ran over some line. She said, I didn't do it. She got out of her car to me. She called 911. I fear for my life. Send me another officer out here because this guy is trying to do so much. I'm like, she had lost her damn mind. You call another backup person for him? How's it going to help? You might as well call your mama to come on the scene than to call another backup for the officer. But our people not trained properly to understand what they should be doing. That's why we have to call every 8 o'clock every Monday. Education time, real talk, street talk education, because we're not getting nowhere.
You ever wonder why? They took prayer and all that stuff out of school? They don't want your kids to learn shit.
No,
they don't want your kids to learn shit, man. They want your kids to be disobedient, disrespectful, and all that shit.
Oh, for sure. Look, and the killer part too. You can't whoop your kids no more and all that good stuff. You know why? Because
you can't do none of that.
They don't want your kids to be. They want your kids to be unruly. They want that.
As soon as they get incarcerated, them sons be the one to beat them.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
For sure. And that's a good point. We gotta have a talk about that at some point about the school system thing. The school system thing. Yeah. I believe people should homeschool their kids at this point. I really do. I don't think school is good for them. If we don't have a black school of our own, send to the public school is horrendous. And here's the killer part. Do you realize most of the teachers are white teachers? They ain't even black women teaching our kids no more. So they started off at an early age to be dealing with somebody who already afraid of them, who don't respect them, who don't get the proper care that they need as black children, to send them on the way to the schools and prison pipeline. Right on the way. Right on the way. See, that's why I say, family, we need this. We need to show. I talked to my friend about this, Ed, when he talked about it. And you know what? We got to have a place we can talk about some real shit in the Bay Area. We don't have that. That's why I say I'm committed to doing this on Monday nights, 8 o'clock p.m. And I tell people right now, you follow us on Twitter at Bay Area Black. It's a protected tweet. So if you're on Twitter, request to follow me. Make sure you have some real ass shit on there because I ain't letting anybody race any kind of secret agents in my porthole. Okay, and also follow us on Facebook, the Bay Area Black Community. We got to like our page, and we have a private group, the Bay Area Black Community Group. It's a private group. You got to request to get in there too, because I'm not just in the YouTube channel, the Bay Area Black Community YouTube. You leave the comments in there. Also, if you want to actually keep up with us, you can email me at bayareablack@gmail.com. And I want to say that because, listen, family, I put this off a long time. We may not get everybody in the Bay Area from here to Sacramento who going to listen to what we're talking about, get some information here, but we're going to get some. And my conscience got to be clear because when this thing pop off in this country again, the black folks that listen to us going to be ready. Those who don't, I tried, we tried, and I want to get some good speakers on here who can discuss different aspects of our life, like how to deal with the police. I'm going to look at getting some people on to deal with that, maybe a lawyer or two. Some people just deal with different issues. And I want everybody to send me a request at bayareablack@gmail.com. Send me some requests of what you would like to learn, and I'll work on see if I can get somebody to talk to you about it on this station. Just for the record, y'all. It's very important we get education up because we ain't got long, family. If you look at my last post on the Bay Area Black Community Facebook, you'll see what I mean. We don't have long. And we don't have each other when this thing pop off in this country. We ain't got nobody. There's no Asian people going to come for us. The Mexicans, the Hispanic people ain't going to come for us. They all looking out for themselves and their culture people. Black folks are alone. And the sad thing about us, we're alone individually. We don't have no groups. So if we have our own land that we cultivate, we protect, we secure, our own families on that land, those who discipline and can deal with that, we can have a safe little environment. We can build from there. Buy land next door. It comes available. Buy that. Buy this. For we got an empire. We have to do that, but we can't do it individually. Nobody I know, black folks that I know who about the business, can go up here and sit here and just buy some 20, 30, 40, 50 acre land by themselves. It just can't happen. We don't have the wealth like the white folks got and the Asian people got. Hispanic people putting their money together. They got all kinds of stuff jumping up around here. They put their money together. Black folks, stop fighting about stupid stuff. It's all programming. Negate that shit. We got to sit together. And I'm telling you what, I got a few weapons and whatnot here and here, but I can't give everybody one. You got to get your own shit. When that thing comes, if you ain't running with me, I can't help you. You got to be in the right circles. I'm telling you, man, this next president, I think Donald Trump, for the record, is going to win. That's what I believe. That's in my gut instinct. He's going to win the election. And you better be ready for what happened because I looked him up. He is no joke. His own dad said that when Don was a little kid, he was a hot mess. He got kicked out of his school. They put him in military school for a reason. He has a bad temper, and I see it on the little debates. I can't wait. Also for the record, family, September 26th, probably like 5 p.m., probably on CNN and NBC and all that. The first presidential debate for Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton is going to take place September 26th. So mark the date, September 26th, 2016. The first presidential debate from Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. And I can't miss that. Matter of fact, I looked at it, family. It's on a Monday night. So we ain't going to have a show that night. We're watching the debate, and we'll discuss it later. So that's for the record, family. Anything else you want to say, my brother? You still there? Okay, maybe gone. Okay. So, here we go. His call dropped. Okay. So, I'm gonna let anybody else want to have something to say before we close it out. Press 1. You get in the queue. If it's in the queue before and you never got out, okay, I see somebody. Okay, hold on. I got last 4 digits 1374. You're on West Coast with Barry Black Community Reloaded. What's your name? Where you calling from? 1374. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Hello?
What's your name? Where you calling from?
All right. I'm calling from Oakland, California. I wanted to address two things about us
What's
having our own. Oh, I didn't state it. I wanted to address two things. Us having our own community, I agree strongly with that. But how can we protect ourselves from these beasts from exterminating all of our families? Because I don't see any way that they would allow us to thrive peacefully, because they've exterminated us en masse before. So I'm wondering, there have been, communities of Black people thriving before, and they just come en masse and do some old Columbine shit, just take a bomb and kill people. So I want to know, how can we protect ourselves and not do something haphazardly without being able to, see it through and live past, any retaliation that they might have.
Okay, I can tell you that. Let me mute you real quick and tell you that. I'll tell you how we're going to do that. Here's what we do. Without getting too detailed on this call, because, this call is public information. And here's the problem. If I look at all of the Black communities that thrive around the country, those from Black Wall Street on forward, Black people have always been pretty much a domesticated type of people in this country because of slavery and the slave mindset. But I'll take a quote from Rambo, from the movie Rambo, in Rambo 2, when he went to Vietnam War. The lady on the boat said he was expendable. He said, how you survive a war? To survive a war, you must become war. And I'm telling people right now, if you don't have the balls to deal with what comes your way, and you want to fall and just break down and cry and die and be re-enslaved again, then that's on you. But the way Black folks going to survive this country going forward, it's going to take for us to have some balls. Be smart, tactical, and be direct and absolute. Now, I'm not telling you to go out and do what they did in Haiti, but I will say this. What happened in Haiti was very effective. But the problem with it is that Black folks in this country, and for some generations now, we have been a reactionary people. Always reactionary. Never actionary. Instead of proactive, we've been reactive. And let me tell you something. Anybody who's been in any fights from anywhere, try your best on the school ground from a little kid. Try to block every punch that comes your way. Just try to block every punch that comes your way. Now, I'm not saying it can't be done, but Ali's only born every day, okay? And if you try to sit there and block every punch I throw at you, I could be the worst puncher in the world, okay? But if you sit there and try to block all my punches, eventually I'm going to get a couple through. So I'm telling my people like this. Black folks, to survive in 2016 going forward in this country, if we're going to survive in this country, we have to be proactive. You cannot wait for white supremacists to attack you. For example, we know the race soldiers have penetrated the police force. We know that. They're there. A lot of them are there. Not all of them, but a lot of them. The ones in the power are there. All you have to do is use the tactics that white supremacists use against us. See, white supremacists, they don't go out and just go get a nickel and dime dude off the corner. They might use him to get somebody else. He might get you a snitch, turn somebody over, they owe, state's evidence. They may turn somebody over and they say, oh, you know what, do this, give me that guy, and we'll let you get a lesser sentence or whatever. But the big thing is this. Black folks, we never attack the head of the snake. I use the Black Panthers for example. The way they killed Fred Hampton. Roll up in there and killed him like that in cold blood. That was murder. We always retaliated. We always launched back at what happened to us. But I'm going to tell you something right up, straight up front. He gone, it's in the past. I'm going to tell you. Had I been running the Black Panthers at that time, if I was on that level, I would have went straight for Hoover. J. Edgar Hoover I'd have dealt with him. Because he was the one calling all the shots, you see? Black people, we fight these little mini wars on the street. Don't nobody own a damn block. But what if all the gang members, all the Black Crips and Bloods, all the gang members in prison, all the gang members on the street, all of color attacked the structure? Who calling the shots? If they was willing to do that, we wouldn't have this problem in America. We wouldn't. Because here's the thing what people understand. We forget that white supremacists are human too. We forget that. But yeah, we do. We go downtown and protest. How you gonna schedule a protest? Okay, this was killing me. You schedule a protest that got used so you can get arrested. You might get arrested anyway. Big deal. If you want to get arrested, you're gonna get arrested. We telling people what we're gonna do. We on Facebook. We on social media. Telling them, we'll have a protest over here. We telling folks we scheduling things with the powers that be. What we're gonna be. We're gonna protest peacefully. That shit ain't gonna do nothing. Protest, that's a waste of time. And when some police officer kills a black man, my question is, why are you protesting at down City Hall and down at the police station? No, take that shit to his house. The dude who killed the black man, why not nobody protesting at his damn house? That's my question. You see, we ask backwards on lots because we really, the truth be told, most of us are afraid to clash against white supremacy. This is the truth. Let me tell you the truth. From Al Sharpton on down, you heard him. I was on my radio one time talking about, well, everybody calm down. We don't have the guns they have. We can't win a fight like that. Yes, they got more guns than us. Yes, they do. Yes, that's all right. But in times of guerrilla warfare, a small army or a small force can overcome a bigger force if they do things strategically, if it's going to go that level. So I'm just going to give you a few. I can't really get in detail with you, but you know what? This is not rocket science. Every race soldier, whether he's on the police force or in the street, they all have families. Every race soldier, street or the police, they all fear something. But we waste our time scheduling protests, getting the news media involved, and people crying on TV about who got killed today. I'm just saying, there's other ways of handling this stuff. There's other ways of handling it. And you ain't got to put it on TV. You ain't got to put it on social media and all that stuff. You really want to deal with some stuff. That's why I say I would never be the one in charge of nothing. I wouldn't be. Because I'd be very effective in what I would do. I ain't going to waste my time. That's why let me tell you something right now. I'm not the marching type. I don't march. I don't do none of that stuff. Why? It's a waste of time. White folks don't care what you're marching. White supremacists have been killing people in this country for 400 years. They don't care about the marching movement. They don't give a damn about that. Affect their money, bloodshed, or control the power, the wealth, and that's it. You ain't doing one of three things right there, you're wasting your time. If you're not organizing a group and can lead men and women, if you're not killing people who are killing you, and if you're not putting your money in black communities and black funding operations that run authentically for black people, then you're wasting your time. Everything else is a waste of freaking time. I don't care who you hear from on TV. Remember, CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, they're all controlled by the same entities. I don't care what, they give you a right wing and a left wing, it's the same bird. They're giving you that to have a form of opinion to think you're getting something done. See, that's the whole thing. You think you can put on a news show concerning black power on NBC? NBC will be the left wing, right? Try to go and submit some story that's showing black people in power. See what happens. Because behind those entities, there's white supremacists running that stuff. They control the media stories and all that stuff. So it's so many ways we waste our time. We keep asking them. I listened to a sister at the African Americans event in Oakland about 6 months ago or so. Old school Black Panther. She said, "You know what? We wanted something. We just took it. We need the land for our we need something for our area for our movements. We took it. We took it over. We didn't ask. That's what she said. It's very effective. And I argue people all the time. Listen, Martin Luther King was a great man, and what he did was great. I like Malcolm X better. His way was key from the street. He knew how things work. His dad got killed by the KKK in his front yard. He had dealings with the white folks to know how they deal. There's more respect on him in the militant aspect of things than the peaceful way. The peaceful way didn't work. And at the end of the last announced speech that he was going to make, Martin Luther King's speech was going to be more like Martin Luther King. But that's when they killed him. See, before that Sunday, he going to make that speech. That's when they killed him. His last speech. There's a book. Tavis Smiley got a book out called, I think, The Last 100 Days of Martin Luther King. Okay, he talked about that. Some insights from that book. But my point is this, family. I sit down and be domestic about all this stuff. I sit down, we talk about it. People get together. My goal is let's get people together, put our money together, and we build wealth, and we get some land we can protect. But don't think for a minute that if the people are smart that we put together, wouldn't be nobody coming in there just dropping anything on her. You would know something was coming. It wouldn't just happen out of nowhere. They got to create a case for the American people before they do something. Everything is a case being built right now for against black people to be quarantined and martial law against. It's a case being built. Put on TV every day. Fights in the uprising in Ferguson. They don't care why they uprising. They just see, oh, look on TV. They're animals. Let's kill them all. Let's quarantine them. Let's put martial law in their neighborhoods. That's all the white people at home see. You see, they're creating the story for later extermination and quarantining, internment camps. Black people don't see it. I see it every day. But I'm one person. And a few people, we see it, but we're one of a few people. There's thousands, there's millions of people in this country. They don't see it. They're too busy on social media doing whatever. Busy working their job, trying to keep up under the radar. Because you under the radar, don't mean they ain't going to come looking for you. Your number just ain't came up yet. So my thing is this, if you want to protect what you got to be willing to do the unexpected. And like I said, everybody knew back in the 60s, J. Edgar Hoover was the one calling the shots. Everybody knew that. But did nobody go to him? They was fighting local police on the street. See, the police family, let me tell you something about the police. Some of them is cool, some of them is not. The race soldiers that are in the police force, they all, look, everybody in the police force know who these guys are. They know who they are. But you know, there's a captain and there's a chief of police, okay? And the mayor, I found this out from my friend Marsh, he's in politics. He said, the mayor appoints the chief of police. Chief of police is appointed by the mayor. They can hire and fire the chief of police. So if your mayor is black or not, it don't matter. If they allow the police force to be running rampant like the one in Ferguson and one in Milwaukee now and the one in Chicago, whatever, they can decide to hire and fire. The prosecuting attorneys, they work with the police force to give whatever lashing they want to give on the black community. And the judge works with the prosecuting attorney. So here are key people right here who control the game. Key people, okay? This is a chess game. The judge is a key person. Prosecuting attorney is a key person. And the police chief is a key person. So if you got race soldiers killing and maiming and abusing the black community in the community, and you allow them to operate, then you're at fault. Then therefore, you should be held responsible. Street justice should be held responsible. Now that's what protest at his house. Go to the mayor's house. Go to the chief of police house. They get rid of these race soldiers out your police department. But nobody doing that. We want to go downtown and get on the news and all that shit. Waste of fucking time. Time, man. I'm so tired of people doing dumbass shit that don't work. We've tried that. That does not work. So I'm like, I don't waste my time. I'm not going to kill my legs out here marching. I'm not going to waste all that bullshit. I'm not doing all of that. It's been done before. You tell me who's better than Martin Luther King at raising people up from nowhere, and Martin Luther King and Malcolm X raised people up to follow them. Who's better than them? They were the best that done it. Nobody's better than them. Nobody. Okay? So you tell me if they didn't get it done, doing it what they doing back in the day, that way they did it, how in the hell anybody knew from Black Lives Matter and anybody else organization around here, National Network, anybody who want to do something about grouping people together, go do something better than the original kings of kings on this earth who got it done in real fashion? Who's better than them? None of these cats better than them. Because Martin Luther King, I didn't agree with his way of doing it, but he put on his life. He put his life on the line for what he believed in. Them other cats ain't gonna put their life on the line for that. So Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, life on the line. They knew their life was in danger. Sharpton and them who doing it right now and trying to hold it down, trying to get that title, they couldn't say, "Oh, I'm not a leader." Yeah, because you don't want to get killed, because you know who run the show. So my thing is to black people. Listen, the brother who killed those people in Dallas, that's unfortunate that they died. I don't feel sorry for him. That's unfortunate they died. He did get one of the race soldiers in there. He did get one. The other man maybe wasn't bad. Who knows? But that's what young people do who are young lions. They want to attack and protect their people the best way they can. But the problem is they don't have the military experience mentally, mental tactics to know how to stop this thing from happening. I'm going to tell you something. If I was on that level, if I was ready to give my life up tomorrow, I'm going to go out here and do kamikaze style. I wouldn't waste my time with some regular race soldier, number 1 and 2, blue, black, and white on the street. That's not going to stop shit from having my people. When I'm gone, my people are going to still be having problems. I didn't solve no problems that way, see? I made an example out of somebody, but I didn't solve the problem. Wolf, me, I'm into solving problems. I'm into solutions, real solutions that work. And I hate to say it, y'all. Look back at the mob. Look at the old movies. Look at Casino. Look at the Goodfellas. Look at the Godfather. Look how they handle their business, and look how the people who didn't go to prison because they was willing to go to the next level. And black folks, most of us ain't ready for that. Dick Gregory said all the time. It said that's the saying. Say, "Give me liberty, or give me death." He said, "Black folks ain't ready to die for that. What they believe in." And Malcolm X said the same thing. We're not ready to die for what we believe in. Therefore, until we do, we're gonna be dealing with this shit. That's what it comes down to. But you know what? It's damn near now there because you stopped by the police, didn't do nothing wrong, can still lose your life. So what we gonna do? Just kill random policemen who maybe or may not race soldiers? That's not the answer. The answer is to find out who is controlling the game. You see? Who's in control of the major piece? This is chess, not checkers. You find out who's in control of the game. The policemen, they are just people who are getting paid a daily wage. Some of them being told to go out there and tab some shit. Go up there and arrest some black men. They got it on video in New York. They got quotas for black and brown men. Stop them. They got some problem. They thugs. They're killers. They're criminals. Stop them. Put something on them. So my thing is this. They're just soldiers. You don't want a soldier. You want a captain. You want a chief. You want to hold him responsible. So if you want to protest against somebody, protest against people who are actually running the game. Don't waste your time down at City Hall talking to the mayor who ain't in no control because the truth be told, I found this out by just looking at how this went down. The governor controls the money of the state, okay? I watched, what was that, Freddie Gray's case? That mayor, she indicted them policemen or whatever. The governor was holding, I'm sorry, I'm taking that back. No, it was Chicago, Flint, Michigan with the water situation, okay? That water been poisoned for so long, okay? The mayor said we need funds to repair the water system for these people, right? What happened? The governor denied the funds. Rick Snyder, that buster, he denied the funds because he controlled it. Remember, family, the governor of a state is like a small president. Think of it that way. He controls what happens in that state. Your mayor don't have that much power. It's more power in being a governor than it is in being a mayor. You might think the mayor controls the city. He don't. He controls some of it. But when it comes to needing funds for the city, he got to get it from the governor to release those funds. The governor, and I think the state, the mayor too, I'm not sure, but maybe I'm for sure the governor can declare martial law situation. He can declare lockdown, curfews, type of shit like that. So I'm just saying is that we wasting our time with the wrong people, family. That's why I don't do nothing. I ain't going to waste my time marching with nobody. But when the grid go down, this country goes upside down, civil unrest, I'm going to be ready to do what I got to do. But until that time comes, I want to educate my people to be strong, be tough, be smart, be tactical. Don't be foolish. I don't condone nobody to go out there and just kill random people. I don't. But I'm just saying is that if you want to affect the game, you need to deal with the right people. And the police force, the race soldiers that's out here killing our people and hurting our people, hold them accountable. It ain't going to stop the game, family. It's not. Until chief of police start getting fired, captains start getting fired, people start going to prison, it ain't going to stop, family. It's been going on for years in this country. Since we've been free in this country, it's been going on for years. So I don't know what you want to do about that, but this is the truth. And nothing's going to change, family, unless we're ready to change. So my goal is, you know what? Let's remove ourselves from the equation out of inner cities. Let's build our own structure. Let's get some land cultivated that we control. I want to get something put together like it through a land trust. It cannot be sold to anybody white. Only black folks can run this. I went to the Bahamas. They had a whole thing set up. Stuff cannot be sold in a certain part of town. It's part of the agreement. And I like the way that went. So when I'm gone, my kids can always have somewhere to live, paid off, free and clear, pay taxes on it, whatnot. Your family can have some. We can all have our piece of it. It's enough land here for all of us. But as long as we intertwine it into the inner cities where they keep us in one place, we're not putting the money together, we ain't going to have no power over the police department. We're not. We're putting our money individually in the bank. We're not putting it collectively in the bank with our own buying power, with our people, to fund who we want to put in office. And they know that. They know when they kill a black man or a black woman. And nobody coming for them. They know that. Look at the history. They know. Trayvon Martin that whole death of Trayvon Martin started off a whole They know that they can kill black people and get away with it. They know that now. You can never show a predator that preys in the area and no repercussions behind that. They know. So until we change that, we make a paradigm shift in our mind, and we change the whole shift on what's going to happen and consequences behind it for hurting our people, it's going to keep going this way. A bully never stopped beating up people until he got his ass whooped, and that's just what it's going to come down to. It depends on who, but the question is, who doing the ass whooping? Is it going to be us or going to be them? Because all guns don't be united to fight for the same cause. They've been called to fight against us. Regular white folks wouldn't picking up arms against our people. The racists do because they have an agenda. They know that black people left alone will rebuild some structure and will have something again. They can't allow it to happen. They got a foothold in here. Okay, they want to keep it that way. But the problem is this. White Mexicans might not be down with us. Hispanic might be down with us. But you know what? When they down with us here, they next in line. They ain't let them be here either. We just a bigger problem right now because we legally here. Nothing they can do with us. So that's it, family, for the night. I'm gonna let y'all go on there. It's too much to talk about. Get deep in this stuff, man. But I hope you got something out of that. For the record, I'm not trying to kill anybody at this time. Everybody, each one teach one. You know, but you know what? When there's no law in the street, then you have to become law of your own circle. And I hope you guys be smarter in the street. Don't be controlled by your emotions, and let's make better decisions and focus as a group. So that's it for the night, family. We've been going about an hour and 15 minutes. You guys have a good night. Love you guys. Be safe out there. Peace and love. Wolf out.